Hello students, welcome to Study Live. Students, here we are going to talk about some basic principles and technique, and we are solving the numerical based on empirical formula over here. Now here they are saying us an organic compound was found to contain 40% carbon and 6.66% hydrogen, and what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to calculate its empirical formula. Now students, what is going to be the solution to this particular problem? First you will write the percentage of what? Carbon. So what is going to be the percentage of carbon, students? It is going to be 40% over here. Okay, then you say what is going to be the percentage of hydrogen. So it is going to be 6.66 percentage. So sum of percentage over here, you say the sum of percentage is coming to what? It is coming to 46.66 percentage. So students, the remaining percentage, see, the very first thing which you will do if you are given the questions of empirical formula, whatever percentages are given to you, you will be carrying out their sum. And if sum comes to 100, it is okay. If it is not 100, you say the remaining percentage is going to be what? It is due to what? Oxygen. So what you say, it is going to be percentage of oxygen is going to be 100 minus what? It is going to be 46.66%. Yes students, it is going to be like this. So it is going to be your 53.34% over here. Now what is going to be the further part, students? Here you will be writing elements. Okay, you write elements over here. What are the elements given? It is hydrogen, then you see carbon, hydrogen, and then there is going to be oxygen. Now what is their percentage composition, students? What is the percentage composition over here? So you write the percentage composition. It is going to be 40 over here. Okay, this is going to be 6.66, and this is going to be what? It is going to be 53.34. And then what you will be doing is, students, you will be you will be calculating atomic ratio. Now how to calculate atomic ratio, students? Whatever percentage composition is given, you will divide it by atomic mass of that particular element. Yes, whatever percentage is given, you are supposed to divide it with what? You are supposed to divide it with the atomic mass of that particular element. So atomic ratio over here comes to 3.33. Yes, here it is going to be 6.66, and here again it is going to be what? It is going to be 3.33. Now students, what you will be doing is, now you will be calculating its simplest ratio. Okay, so what you are supposed to do is, you are supposed to calculate the simplest ratio over here. Now how to calculate the simplest ratio, students? Whatever ratio, atomic ratio you have got, you will see which is the least atomic ratio, and you will divide all the atomic ratio by the least atomic ratio. So here it is 3.33 divided by 3.33. See, here it is 6.66 divided by 3.33. See, again it is 3.33 divided by 3.33. So what you can do is, students, you can calculate it this. See, this is going to be 1, here it is going to be 2, and here it is going to be again 1. Now whatever, for whatever element, students, you have calculated this, what you will be saying is, you will be putting it as this. What is going to be the empirical formula over here? Yes students, you will call it as what? You are going to call it as your empirical formula. So here the empirical formula is going to be of this particular type. Yes students, I am writing it as which formula? It is going to be empirical formula. Now empirical formula is what? I will write C, H, and then O, and whatever simple ratio, 1, 2, and then 1. So students, this is going to be your empirical formula. Hope you all have understood with this particular part. Now students, we will proceed toward next question. So students, here we have to solve a question based on molecular formula. The data given is what? An organic compound contain 40.65% of carbon and it is having 8.55% of hydrogen and 23.77% nitrogen, and here the vapor density is given, students, and we are supposed to calculate what? Molecular formula. Initially we have calculated empirical formula. Students, here we want to calculate what? We want to calculate molecular formula. So what is going to be the solution over here? See students, I will say the percentage of carbon is going to be what? What is going to be the percentage of carbon? It is going to be 40.65%. Okay, percentage of carbon is going to be 40.65. Then they say the percentage of hydrogen is coming to what? Here they have given it as what? 8.55. Okay students, and what you say the percentage of nitrogen which they have given us is going to be what? Here it is going to be 23.77. So students, the very first thing whenever you are solving a question based on molecular formula and empirical formula is what? You will sum up all the percentages which are given to you. Okay, so here the sum of the percentage will be what? See, it is going to be 10 and 7. Here it is going to be 17. Okay, yes students, then here it is going to be what? It is going to be 14 and 5 is going to be what? It is going to be 19. Yes students, here it is going to be 9, 10, 11 and this is going to be your 12. Okay, and here it is coming to what? It is coming to some 7. So here the total sum of percentage is coming to what? It is coming to 72.97. So you say the remaining percentage will be what? It will be due to, yes, it will be due to what students? It will be due to oxygen. So you say the sum of percentages. So here I write it as what? This is going to be the sum of percentages this. And you say the remaining percentage will be what? It will be the percentage of oxygen. Now what is going to be the remaining percentage students? It is going to be 100. Yes students, it is going to be 100 minus what? It is going to be your 90, they say 100 minus 72.97. Yes students, so it will go in this particular way. So here there is going to be 3. Yes, so here what I am going to do is, here I am writing it as what? This is going to be 3 over here. Okay students, then here there is going to be something called as 0 over here. Here it is going to be what? It is going to be 7, and here students it is going to be like this. Yes students, the percentage of oxygen is going to be this one. Now you have got all the percentage. Now see, if you calculate the sum of percentage, now it will be coming to what? It will be coming to 100. Yes, 72.97, and then this one 27.03 is going to be your 100. Now what is going to be the further part? So here students, you say this is going to be your element. Then what is going to be the percentage composition? So first we will write the element. It is carbon, then there is hydrogen, then there is nitrogen, and then you have what? You have oxygen. Now students, what is going to be the percentage given? It is going to be 40.65. Here it is going to be 8.55. Here it is going to be 23.77. and here it is going to be what? Here it is going to be 27.03. Now what you are going to calculate? You have percentage composition. Yes, this is going to be your percentage composition. Now what you are going to do? You are going to calculate the atomic ratio. Yes, what is going to be the atomic ratio students? Whatever percentage composition is given to you, you divide it by what? You are going to divide it by their see atomic mass. So here it is going to be 40 by 12. See here it is going to be 8.55 by 1. Okay, here it is going to be 23.77, and this is going to, see here it is going to be 2377 divided by what? Divided by 14. and students here it is going to be what? It is going to be 27.03 divided by what? Divided by 16. Now students, here the answer to this particular one is going to be what? It is 3.38. Okay, then here it is going to be 8.55. Yes students, even here it is going to be 1.69, and here also there is going to be 1.69. Now students, we have got atomic ratio. Now there is going to be your simplest ratio. So how to calculate that simplest ratio students? What is going to be the least? See, among atomic ratio, what is the least number over here? 1.69. So all the atomic ratio will be divided by 1.69. So it is 3.38 divided by 1.69. This is 8.55 divided by 1.69, and this 1.69 divided by 1.69, and here again this is 1.69 divided by 1.69. So students, here the answer is coming to what? This is going to be 2, this is going to be your 5, here it is going to be 1, and even here students it is going to be what? It is going to be 1. Now what we are going to do is students, we are going to write their empirical formula. So what is going to be the empirical formula? See students, the empirical formula is going to be something of this particular type. See, the empirical formula is going to be what? It is going to be C is coming to 2, H is what? It is 5, N is 1, and O is also what? O is also 1. See, this is going to be what students? See, we have written C, H, N, O. So this is coming to what? This is coming to your empirical formula. Okay, now from empirical formula students, you will calculate empirical formula mass. So this is going to be your empirical formula. Yes, this is going to be your empirical formula mass. Now what is going to be this empirical formula mass over here? Yes, we want to calculate empirical formula mass. So yes students, it is going to be C2, H is going to be 5, N and O. So you will write it as 2 into 12, okay, plus 1 into C, it is going to be what? It is going to be 5 into what? 1, and then it is going to be what? It is coming to be 14, and here it is going to be 16. So students, here it is going to be what? This is coming to your 24. 24 and 5 is going to be a 29. 29, and this part is going to be what? It is going to be 30. Okay, so yes, it is going to be 29. Yes students, you have 29 and 30, so it is going to be what? It is going to be your 59. Yes students, so this is going to be what? Your empirical formula mass. Now students, you know that N is going to be what? It is going to be molecular formula. Yes, it is going to be molecular formula mass divided by what? Divided by empirical formula mass. Yes, divided by empirical formula mass. So what is going to be molecular formula mass? Now we don't know molecular formula mass. So what we can do is, see, this we know empirical formula mass. So for molecular formula mass, what I am going to do is, it is going to be 2 into vapor density. Yes, now what is the vapor density given over here? It is 29.5. So 2 into vapor density. So students, here it is going to be what? It is coming to some 22 into 29.5. So yes students, here the answer is going to be what? It is going to be 59. So if we substitute, we will get what? It is empirical formula mass. Molecular formula mass is 59, and even empirical formula mass is going to be what? It is going to be 59. So N is going to be what? It is going to be your 1. And here students, what we will say? We will say molecular formula is N into empirical formula. So what is N? N is 1. Empirical formula is C2H5NO, and so you say even the molecular formula is C2H5NO. So students, this is how we solve this particular question. Here what was given? The percentage composition of various elements are given and vapor density was given. So after see students, first we calculated empirical formula. We have found out empirical formula mass. From vapor density we got molecular formula mass, and from that we have like got the value of N, and then you know molecular formula is N into empirical formula, and this is how you have calculated your empirical formula. Now in our next session we will proceed with the another question. So students, here the question is an organic monobasic acid. It is containing 18.6% carbon, 1.55% hydrogen and 55.04% chlorine, and its molecular mass is 129, and we are supposed to calculate its molecular formula. Yes students, so what we are going to do is, here we write it as what? Solution. Okay, now what is going to be the case here? You say percentage of carbon is coming to what? It is given to us as what? 18.6. What is going to be the percentage of hydrogen? They have given it as what? 1.55. Okay, then what is going to be the percentage of chlorine over here, students? It is going to be 55.04. See students, it is not coming to 100. Okay, the very first thing is what? You will be calculating it. See here it is coming to something called as what? See, this is going to be 9. Yes, here it is going to be like, see, here it is going to be 1. See, it is going to be 0.19, and here it is going to be 9. This is 10, so here it is going to be 15. So 1 you are going to carry. This is 6, and here it is going to be 7. Yes, so this is going to be what? This is going to be the sum of what? It is going to be the sum of percentage. Okay, this is going to be the sum of percentage. The remaining percentage is going to be what? It is due to oxygen. So percentage of oxygen is going to be what? It is going to be 100 minus what? It is going to be 75.19. So here what we are going to do, students, here we are going to write it as 1. See here it is going to be what? It is going to be your 8 over here. Yes, it is going to be what? 4 over here, and see here it is going to be 2. So this is going to be the percentage of what? This is going to be your percentage of oxygen. Now what you will do, you will write elements over here. So what are the element? It is carbon, then there is hydrogen, then there is chlorine, and here there is going to be oxygen. Now you will write what? Their percentage composition. Yes, now you will be talking about their percentage composition. It is going to be 18.6. It is going to be, see, 1.55. Here it is going to be 54.04, and here it is going to be what? It is 24.81. Okay, now what is going to be the atomic ratio, students, over here? See, what is the atomic ratio? How you calculate the atomic ratio? You divide the percentage composition with what? Their atomic mass. That is going to be 12 over here. It is 1.55 divided by 1. Okay, here it is going to be 55.04 divided by 35.5, and here it is going to be what? 2481 divided by what? Divided by 16. So here, students, what is going to be the answer over here? You say the answer is going to be 1.55. Here also it is going to be 1.55. Yes, and then students, here also we will write it as 1.55, and this is also going to be 1.55. Now students, whatever is the least atomic ratio, you will divide all the atomic ratio by that, so that you get what? You get the simplest ratio. So what you are going to do, see everywhere the answer is going to be 1.55 divided by 1.55. So here also it will be 1, here also it is going to be 1, here also it is going to be 1, and here also it will be coming to 1. So how you are going to calculate the empirical formula? For empirical formula you will write C, H, C, L and then O. So this is going to be your empirical formula. Now students, what you are going to do? You are going to calculate empirical formula mass. Okay, what is that? It is going to be 12 plus C, it is going to be 1 plus 35.5 plus it is going to be 16. Yes, it is CHClO. Their atomic mass we have written. So yes students, here it will be coming to water. See, it is going to be your 13, this is going to be 16, and then here you will write 35.5. So here it is going to be your 29.35.5. So yes, here you will write it as 5.5. Here it is going to be 9 and 5 is going to be what? It is going to be 14, 1 carry. So here it is going to be what? 64.5. Yes students, now what you will do? Now you will calculate N. N is going to be molecular formula mass divided by what? Divided by your empirical formula mass. Okay, empirical formula mass. Now what is going to be this molecular formula mass, students? See, it is 129. It is given as what? 129. So what you do is, here you write it as what? You write it as 129 divided by what? Divided by 64.5. So yes, it is coming to what? It is coming to 2, and you know molecular formula is what? It is N into empirical formula. So what is N? N is 2. Empirical formula is CHClO. So molecular formula will be C2H2Cl2O2. Yes students, so this is how we have calculated the molecular formula over here. Now in our next session we will talk about another question. So students, here we are going to talk about another question where we are supposed to calculate the percentage composition of hydrogen and carbon in the given compound. So students, here it is going to be 0.224 gram of an organic compound on complete combustion. It gave us what? 0.26 gram of water and 0.280 gram of carbon dioxide, and then we are supposed to calculate the percentage composition. So students, we will start with what we are going to do is, we are going to start with this carbon dioxide and what you say water. Okay, so students, here what we will do is, we will put it in this particular way. We will say 18 gram of water. You know water ka mass is going to be 18 gram molecular mass. So you say 18 gram of water contains what? It contain 2 gram of what? It is going to have 2 gram of hydrogen. Yes, 18 gram of water contain 2 gram of hydrogen. So here what gram of water they have given you? So here we will say 0.126 gram of water will contain what? It will contain, yes, it will contain 2 into 0.126 divided by 18 gram of what? It is going to be your hydrogen. Yes. Now what you will say, what is the mass of organic compound? 0.224 gram of what? Of organic compound. Yes, of organic compound is going to contain again the same. It is going to be 2 into 0.126 divided by what? Divided by 18 gram of what? Hydrogen. Yes, it is going to be 18 gram of what? Hydrogen. So here you write it as what? It is going to be your hydrogen. So here you will say what, students? It is going to be 100 gram of organic compound will contain what? 100 gram of what? Of organic compounds will contain, see, yes, it is going to contain what? See here, it is going to be 2 into 0.126 into what? Into 100. Okay, divided by what? Here it is going to be 18 into what? Yes, students, here we are going to write it as this. It is going to be divided by, I will rewrite it. See what I will say, students, here it is going to be of this particular type. Okay, I will say 100 gram of organic compound will contain, okay, will contain, see here it is going to be 2 into 0.126 into what? 100, okay, divided by what? Divided by 18, okay, into what? 0.224. Okay, now what is going to be the answer to this particular question, students? It is going to be some 6, see, it is going to be 6.25 percentage. Yes, so this is going to be the percentage of what? This is going to be your percentage of hydrogen. So now, students, the further part. Now what is going to be the further case over here? It is about carbon dioxide. Now what you will say is, it is going to be 44 gram of what? Carbon dioxide contains what? See here we are supposed to calculate the percentage of hydrogen and what? See, yes, we are supposed to calculate the percentage of hydrogen and carbon. So you say 44 gram of carbon dioxide is going to contain, yes, 44 gram of carbon dioxide contain what? It contain 12 gram of what? It is going to have 12 gram of what, bacha log? Carbon. Yes, it is going to have 12 gram of carbon over here. So what is the compound given to us? Here he says 0.280. Yes, here we will write it as this. We will say 0.280 gram of carbon dioxide contains what? It will contain, see, it is going to contain something like this. It will contain, see here it is going to be 0.280 into what? 12 divided by what? 44, okay, gram of what? Gram of carbon. Okay, now what is the mass of organic compound over here? It is going to be 0.224. Yes, so what I will write over here is, here it is 0.224. Okay, yes, it is going to be 0.224, 0.80, yes, 0.80 and 0.224 gram of organic compound. Yes, gram of what? Of organic compound. Yes, it will contain what? It will contain 0.80 into 12 divided by what? Divided by 44 gram of what? Carbon. So what is going to be the case? So 100 gram of organic compound will contain what? So 100 gram of organic compound will contain something of this particular type, students. See, it is going to be 0.280 into 12 into what? 100. Yes, it is going to be 44 into what? Into 0.224. Yes, this is going to be the case over here, students. So answer is going to be what? It is going to be 34.10% of what? Percent of carbon. So students, how this is how you have calculated what? You have calculated the percentage of carbon and percentage of hydrogen. Hope students you all have understood with this. In our next session we will talk about the next question. Students, here we have given a question over here where we are supposed to find out the percentage of chlorine in the compound. So here he says 0.2 gram of an organic compound. It is going to give 0.15 gram of silver chloride in Carriers method for estimation of what? Chlorine. Okay, so this is what they will say. They say 0.2 gram of an organic compound gave us what? 0.15 gram of silver chloride in Carriers method for estimation of what? Chlorine. Find out the percentage of chlorine in the compound. So there is silver chloride over here. So students, here we will say silver chloride is going to be what? Its weight is going to be 143.5. See, silver is 108 and chlorine is 35.5. So it will be 143.5. So 143.5 gram of what? Of your silver chloride, okay, of silver chloride contains what? It is going to contain 35.5 gram of what? Of chlorine. Okay, so this is what they say. Now here you will put it in this particular way, students. You will say 0.15 gram of silver chloride of what? Of silver chloride contain what? They are going to contain, yes, it is going to be what? It is going to be 0.15 into 35.5 divided by what? Divided by 143.5. okay, this is going to be the case, this much gram of what? Chlorine. Okay, so now what I will say is, I will put it as this. It is going to be this one. Now here you say 0.2 gram of what? Of a organic compound contain what? It is going to contain the same. Yes, it will contain the same. It is going to be 0.15 into 35.5, and here it is going to be what? It is going to be 143.5 gram of what? Of chlorine. Now here what I am supposed to do is, I will say 100 gram of organic compound will contain what? So 100 gram of organic compound will contain what? See, it is going to contain something like this. It will be 0.15 into 35.5 into what? 100. Here it is going to be what? 143.5 into 0.2. So this is going to give you the percentage of chlorine, students, which is coming to 18.56 percentage of what? Chlorine. Yes, students, this is how you calculate, okay, the percentage of chlorine in an organic compound. Hope students you have understood with this particular part. See, whatever is the mass of organic compound, you write over here. What is the mass of silver chloride we have written. Okay, what is the actual mass of silver chloride? 143. What is the mass of chlorine in it? Into 100. So this is the formula over here, and you get what? You get the percentage of chlorine. Hope students you have understood with this. Let us proceed with the next question. Students, here we are supposed to calculate the percentage of what? Percentage of sulfur in the compound. So students, here what is given to us is 0.16 gram of an organic compound. It is going to give us 0.5 gram of barium sulfate in Carriers method for estimation of sulfur, and we are supposed to calculate the percentage of sulfur in the compound. So students, here what we will say is, we will say 233 gram of what? Of barium sulfate. See, barium is 137, sulfur is 32, and oxygen is 16. So 16 into 4, barium sulfate. You have barium sulfate over here. So this is going to be 137 plus 32 plus 16 into what? Into 4. So here it is going to be 233. So students, you say 233 gram of what? Of your barium sulfate contains what? It is going to contain 32 gram of what? Of your sulfur. Okay, so what we will say is, we will say 0.5 gram of barium sulfate will contain what? Will contain 32 into 0.5 divided by what? Divided by 233. What you say? See, this is going to be the gram of what? Sulfur. So you say 16.16 gram of what? Of an organic compound will contain what? So it will also contain 32 into 0.5 divided by what? Divided by 233 gram of what? Of sulfur. Now here what is given to us is, we will say the 100, yes, the 100 gram of what? Of organic compound contain what? It will contain 32 into 0.5 into what? 100 divided by what? See, it is divided by 0.16 into what? Into 233. Okay, so this is going to give you the percentage of what? Sulfur, which is coming to 42.91 percentage. Yes, students. So this is how you calculate. This is going to be barium sulfate. This is sulfur unit. Okay, this is going to be your barium sulfate ka mass, which is given for the sample, and this is the mass of the organic compound. Yes, students. So this is how you calculated it. Hope you all have understood with this particular part, students. In our next session, we will talk about another such question. So students, here we are going to solve a question where they are asking us to calculate the percentage of nitrogen in the compound, and the aqueous tension at 300 Kelvin is going to be 15 mm. So students, here he says 0.4 gram of what? Of an organic compound. In this Dumas method gave what? 50 ml of nitrogen, which is collected at what? Which is collected at 50 ml of nitrogen is collected at what? At some 300 Kelvin temperature, and the pressure over here is going to be what? It is going to be 745 mm. Okay, it is going to be 745 mm. Calculate the percentage composition of nitrogen in the compound where the aqueous tension is going to be what? It is going to be 15. So students, we write over here mass. We don't know what is going to be the volume over here. Okay, but we know the pressure is going to be what? P naught is going to be, see, it is what? Here we say it is 760 mm. Okay, here it is going to be what? Here 760 mm. And here what we will say, students, here the F, okay, the aqueous tension is going to be 15 mm. Okay, now what we will say, the P is going to be this one, students. So what we will say, the P1 is going to be what? It is P naught minus F. Okay, that is 1, this 760 minus 15. Okay, so it will be coming to what? It will be coming to some 370 mm. Okay, and the volume which is connected is what? It is going to be this much, and temperature is going to be what? 300 Kelvin. So students, we say P naught V naught by T naught is going to be P1 T1, and then there is going to be P1 V1, and then there is going to be T1. So here what we will say, students, we are supposed to calculate V naught over here. So here the P1 is going to be what? It is going to be this much into what? Into 50. Okay, here it is going to be some 300. Okay, and the normal temperature is going to be what? It is going to be 273 Kelvin. So here what we are going to do is, see, it is going to be here what we will say, it is going to be your 273 Kelvin, and here, students, it is coming to what? It is coming to 760. Now students, what answer you are going to get? It is going to be some 43.71 ml. Okay, now students, it will calculate. See, if we calculate this, it is going to be of this particular side. You say 22400 ml of what? Of nitrogen. Yes, this much ml of what? Of nitrogen at STP weighs what? It is going to weigh, yes, it is going to weigh some 28 gram. Okay, it is going to weigh 28 gram. Okay, so what we will say is, we will say this 43.71 ml of what? Of your nitrogen. Okay, of your nitrogen at STP. Okay, will weigh what? It will weigh some 43.71 into 28 divided by what? 22400. Okay, this much gram. Okay, this is going to be at this gram. So what is the organic compound now given, students? What is the weight of organic compound? 0.4 gram. So you will say 0.4 gram of organic compound will weigh what? See, organic compound will weigh, okay, will contain what amount of what? Your nitrogen. It will be 43.71 into 28 divided by what? Divided by, see, it is 22400 gram. Okay, now the 100 gram of organic compound is going to contain what, students? You say this 100 gram of what? Of organic compound, okay, contains, yes, it is going to contain something like this. It is going to be 43.71 into what? 28 into 100. This is divided by what? This is 0.4 into what? Into 22400. So students, the answer is coming to 13.67 percentage of what? Of your nitrogen. So this is how we have calculated the percentage of nitrogen, students. Hope you all have understood with this. Thank you for watching Study Live.